Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to make a bow holder. This is with a canvas. It's really big. It's 16 inches by 20 inches. So it's a nice size. And I made this one from the movie Frozen. This is one of the characters, Anna. You guys probably recognize it, the colors and everything. So I just used the colors that she wore throughout the movie. And there's a little bottle cap with her on it and a flower embellishment that's attached to the bow holder. And of course I used green and black. And these, oh, see, they can clip their bows to these. So yeah, and I made it padded. So yeah, they can clip their bows to those, and then these are for the U-shaped headbands, like the plastic headbands. So they can just like slip it here, and they can hang like that. So yeah, they can hang one up here, and then they can hang one down here. You can add as many of these as you want. I usually just add 6. So there's, yeah. And then also I'll put wooden dowels. I usually glue them to the back, and then have them sticking out like this. And that way they can hang there, like if they have crochet headbands or like the infant headbands, the ones that don't have like a opening to slip through here, they can hang them on the wooden dowels. It depends on the preference of what you guys want. So, and then I'll wrap the wooden dowels in like the matching coordinating ribbon. So yeah, that's what I usually like to do. Oh, and then the way it's hanging is, since the canvas, I have, well, those aren't nails, those are thumbtacks, just for the sake of the video. You can put nails in the wall and then hang it, but let me turn this thing over. But on the back, oh my goodness. Okay. On the back, it's just like that. The wood sticks out. It's like a wooden framed canvas, so that way you can just, oh, can't do this with one hand. There, sorry. You just hang it right on whatever you have on the wall. So there you go. Let me show you how to make one of these. I'm going to be showing you how to make the one, like an Elsa themed one. Okay, so the materials that you're going to need to make the bow holder is a canvas. I just got a simple canvas. This one is size 16 inches by 20 inches. This is what it looks like in case you don't know what a canvas is. I like to get the ones that are not like the flat cardboard that have like the canvas material over it. I like to get the ones that are like framed, the wooden frame. So yeah, this one's 16 by 20. I got this one at Hobby Lobby. I think the original price for this one was, it comes in a pack of 2 for $10. Excuse me, but I think they were on sale for $7.99. So I lucked out and I got the pack for $8. So basically they're $4 each. So yeah, but yeah, that's what you're gonna need. It's just a simple canvas. Any size, it can be smaller, bigger, whatever you choose. This one, again, is 16 by 20. You're also going to need fabric. You can use any style or any kind of fabric. It can be fleece, it can be satin, it can be sheer, it can be stretchy, you know, whatever kind. And depending on the size of your canvas, like for the Elsa one that I made, again, the canvas that I used was 16 by 20, and I just got half a yard of this pattern. I just got half a yard. And with half a yard, I am able to make 2. So I just cut the yard, I just cut it in half, and I have enough left over to make another canvas, to make another bow holder. So you can make 2 bow holders using just half a yard if you're going to be using the 16 by 20. Any bigger, of course, you're going to want to get more fabric. Smaller, you know, you'll probably be able to make more with half a yard. So yeah, just any kind of fabric. Also, this is called, I think it's like the stuff that they put inside, when they make quilts, it's the padding that they put inside the quilt. It's like quilt padding or something like that, I think that's what it's called. I threw away the packaging, so I can't remember. I got this one at Hobby Lobby. It's next to the fabric section. So yeah, you can always just ask somebody and they can show you where it is, but it's like the quilting padding. Or you can actually use the stuff that they use to stuff pillows with, like the decorative pillows. They usually have like a big bag of like just pillow stuffing. You can actually use that as well, which I actually personally rather use this. This is a little more expensive, but I'd rather use this. That way I can actually glue it down on top of the canvas, and that way it doesn't move when I go to put the fabric on. So yeah. You're also going to need that. You're also going to need, of course, a pair of good scissors. You're going to want some good fabric scissors. And a lighter to heat seal the ends of your ribbon. You're going to want as many different styles of ribbon as you want. I'm using these, so you're going to want some nice ribbon. I usually like to use the 7/8 of an inch wide. You can use 5/8 of an inch wide, which is what this one is. It just all depends on you. If you use 5/8, you would probably be able to put some more in a row. But if the person has bigger bows, they're not going to be able to put as many on there as if they would have smaller bows where they can put more on. It depends on how many bows you have or who you're making it for as well. So if they have mostly big bows, you're going to want to have them separated a little bit more. So, okay, and also you're going to need a glue gun and of course several glue sticks. I have another pack somewhere. I think I have 4 left in here, so hopefully that's enough. And then any kind of embellishment or something that you're going to want to use, like how I showed you in the Anna one where I had the flower at the top. I just made this one with tulle. I just made like a little tulle flower, and I put a bottle cap of Elsa there, and I'm just going to use it for like up in the corner, just as like a cute little embellishment. It's optional. You don't have to put like anything on there, but I like to, just to give it a little, just to make it look cuter. It's just your preference. I like to put little embellishments. It does not come off, by the way, so it's just going to be attached there for decoration. Okay, and I think that's it for the material. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is cut your fabric. So what I'm going to do is that since this is 1 yard, I'm just going to go ahead and cut it in half. And I think I'm going to be able to make 4 using this fabric since I got 1 yard. This one I'm just going to put to the side. This is now ½ a yard. And then I'm going to open it up, and then I'm going to cut it in half again. So now let me show you. You're going to want it to come over like, I'd say about 1 inch or 1.5 inches. You're going to want it to come over as much as possible. This one might be a little less than what I wanted, but it still comes over to the sides like this. And when you put the padding on, it will still allow you to bring it over to the sides like this. So now, since I already cut my piece, I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to turn my canvas over to the top. I'm going to get my padding. Then I'm going to measure. You're going to want it at least about 1 inch from the edge. You don't want to do it all the way to the edge. You're going to want to do about 1 inch from the edge. I'm going to go over here and cut. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, so that way it doesn't move, this is optional, is I'm going to glue down the corners. I'm just going to glue them down with my hot glue gun, and that way it just stays in place. I'm going to get my piece of fabric and I'm going to lay it down with the ugly side up. That means like the pattern face down. Make sure your surface is clean. You don't want to place your fabric on top of something that might be dirty, that might stain it or mess it up. So, and then you're just going to flip your canvas upside down and place it right on top, as close to the exact center as you possibly can. That way it's even on all sides. Okay, so mine looks about even. So now what you're going to do is you're going to glue the fabric. You're going to stretch it over and you're going to glue it to the back. And what I like to do first is I like to glue it right here. Well, I'm going to do these 2 sides first. I'm going to glue it right here and right here. So I'm going to put glue here and I'm going to pull it over and stick it there, and then pull this as tight as I can and stick it here. And of course wait for it to dry. And then I'm going to do down here and up here. So that's what you're going to do first. secure like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to glue the rest. So I'm just going to add like a line of glue like right here, or you can do little by little and just keep pulling as tight as you can and gluing it down. Pulling as tight as you can and gluing it down. You're going to want to pull as tight as you can. So now that all your edges are glued down, we're going to do the corners. So now see, these corners are like sticking up and they're all ugly and you don't want that to show. So what I usually do is I'll usually just take it like this and just pull it up like that. I usually just pull it like that. I don't know if you can see. I just grab it and just pull it like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue it down. Okay, so now we're going to do the ribbon. And I usually don't measure how many inches I need, since this is about 16 inches up and down. You're going to want to go at least about 1.5 inches. Oh, I guess you're going to want about 19 inches, I guess you can say, because you're going to go 1.5 inches overlapped on this side and overlapped down here. So I'm going to get this ribbon. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to do 5 in a row. So I'll do it in the middle first. So it's about 1.5 inches overlapping right here, and then down here about 1.5 inches as well. But I'm not going to do 5 of this color. I'm just going to do 3 of this color. I'm going to put 1 strip down here and 1 strip up here. So again, this is about 20 inches across, so you're going to want about 23 inches of ribbon. You're going to want it to overlap about 1.5 inches on both sides. Okay, so now what I'm going to do first is I'm going to glue down the center one. That's going to be going up and down, that are going to be going your up and down ones. So I'm going to do it as close to the center. You can measure. I'm just going to kind of like eyeball it. So what I usually like to do is I'll do that. You can glue it down right here on the top so that it doesn't move, but I just usually just hold it like this, and then I flip the canvas over, and I just let the ribbon rest. Try not to let it move. Add your glue here. Well, you're going to heat seal the ends, of course. I completely forgot to do that. You guys are going to want to heat seal your ends. I'll heat seal the other ones right now, but glue it down. This one you're not going to want to, when you do the first one, you're not going to want to pull it tight. And it's until you get to the other side that you're going to want to pull, not super tight, but just tight. Okay. Okay, so when I flip it back over, that's what it's going to look like. See how pretty that is? This would actually be cute if you make like little Christmas presents too, to hang on your wall for Christmas time. Anyway, that's completely off topic. Okay, so now let me do these. Actually, no, I take that back. Let me do these. I'm going to put them about 1.5 inches to 2 inches from the edge. pretty. I love the colors of Elsa. So pretty. Okay, so now let's do these. Now for these, you can just lay it directly on top. You can put it under all the pieces. But what I like to do is the two that are on the end, it's going to go under. So I'm going to put it under this one, like that, over this one, under this one, if it's like an even amount. If not, you can place it over all of them or under all of them. And then over this one, and then under this one. I don't know, I've always done it this way. I just like how this looks. And you're going to want it about 1.5 inches from the end. So just like that. And then you're just going to flip it and then glue them down. And so now this part is done. And then now what you can do is you can add your embellishments or whatever. I'm going to show you how to make the hooks for the bottom to put the, I'm sorry, oh my god, out of breath, to put the headbands as well. But let me go ahead and glue this on. I'm looking at it my way, so I'm going to be putting it on the top left corner of mine, which would be over here on yours. So yeah, I'm just going to add it to kind of like right where these two ribbons cross. I'll just add it like right there. Just add a dab of glue, or you can sew it on if you choose. Okay, my memory card ran out of space. So yeah, you're just going to want to glue it down. It's already dry, like I can lift it up and it won't rip off or anything. So yeah, you're going to want to glue it down. And now let me show you how to put the hooks down here at the bottom. So since I used this swirly ribbon, I'm going to want to use the same swirl. Depending on whichever one you're putting it under, I usually like to use the same ribbon, like I showed you on the Anna one. It just, I don't know, it just looks nice. It looks like it's attached, like it looks like it just keeps flowing. So you can use different colors, whatever, but that's just my personal preference. You can put one under each one, but I'm just going to put one under the middle one and then the two outer ones. So it's just going to have 3, and it's going to have 2 hooks on each. You can add as many hooks as you want. Well, your preference, whatever you choose. So let me go ahead and show you. Now, I think I did about 4 or 5 inches, but I'm just going to make a hook. I think I did about 4 or 5 inches. I don't have my ruler with me. I left it over there, but I'm just going to do a hook, which I'd say it's about 4 inches, 4 or 5. So I'm going to cut 6 pieces. So hopefully I have enough here. If not, I'll do something else. I think I have another idea that I might want to do. 1, 2. Nope, I'm not going to have enough. So since I'm not going to have enough, I'm going to do something else. These are going to be 1 hook, and I'm going to use this one to make the other one. So I'm going to need 3 more pieces of this. So you're going to want 6 pieces of whatever color ribbon that you're going to use. Okay. So I think those might be too big. Yep. Okay. So let me measure. Oh, they're all about the same. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take. Well, you're going to want to heat seal the ends. Before I forget to do that. For these, I'm going to do the blue first. I don't know if you can see. This is the bottom of my canvas, by the way, and then the top's over there. So I'm going to do the blue first, and then I'll do the swirl right under it. So I'm going to get the blue, fold it in half like this, get your glue gun, and add, or you can leave it open, add a dot of glue, and then fold it in half. Like that. Just like that. Then, get this one, do the same thing. And then just fold it in half, like that. If you were doing more pieces, I'm just doing 2. If you were doing more, I would get like a long piece of ribbon And of course I'll start at the bottom, glue one down here, and then glue one like this, and then just keep gluing all the way up. But since it's just 2, I don't need to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little dot of glue here, on the top right here, and I'm going to add it to the back of this one. Just like that. And then what you can do is you can add like a piece of ribbon right here, that way it's secure and it stays on there. But yeah, I'll do that at the end. So just like that. You can just get a little piece of, that way this doesn't come off. But you know what, I just probably would just do it for the sake of this video. So I'm just going to get a little piece of ribbon. I'm going to heat seal the ends, and that fly is flying around my head. Oh my gosh, driving me nuts. Okay, I'm going to add a little line of glue just so that it stays, just secures it more to the other piece. Just like that. So that's what your pieces are going to look like. Then you're going to add a dot of glue right here. And you're going to turn everything over, and you're going to glue it even with that ribbon piece. And then I'm going to put ribbon all along here, that way it holds it down. I'm just going to glue a long piece of ribbon. That way it holds everything down so that nothing pops off. So when you look at it, I don't know if you can see, it looks like it's hanging directly from this piece of ribbon that you glued right here. So I'm going to go ahead and make the other 2. So now those are done. This is what it looks like. You can see that? There. So that way they can hang their headbands on those. That's completely optional. You don't have to put those down there, but I usually like to do that. And then of course the wooden dowels, like I told you on the Anna one, I like to put on the sides. So yeah, now let me just go ahead and put the ribbon along the edges back here. That way it gives it extra security. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get this ribbon, and of course you're going to want to heat seal the ends. And you're going to want to glue it down over here, and then go ahead and measure how long you're going to need it, and then glue it on the other side as well. So I'm going to get my glue. If you want to line everything, just to make it look extra nice. I think it looks really professional. I think it makes it look extra nice. That way you don't see all the scraps and everything sticking out. But usually for friends, like, they don't really care. But yeah, so just your preference. So yeah, there you go. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys what the Elsa one, hold on, let me back up. My couch is like right here. What the Elsa one looks like hanging up on the wall. So yeah, that's what it looks like. I think it's so pretty. I like the silver ribbon, and then the embellishment right there with the tulle, and then these down here. So, yep, that's what it looks like. Let me know what you guys think.